Hi everybody, I hope that you're all well and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be running through the new AYBL Adapt collection. This collection is already existing, however there is a spring launch with new colours, so I'm going to do a quick run through of all of the pieces, the colours, the details of the launch and everything that you need to know. I have so many different videos of AYBL on my YouTube channel, so if you want to see any particular collection or launch in more detail, definitely check out the playlist where you'll be able to see all of the videos. And remember to subscribe because I post literally every single launch on my YouTube channel so that you never miss a collection and you can just see the pieces before you buy. So before we get started, these are all the details. As always, I do have a discount code which is ANON10 and that will save you money off your AYBL order. If you guys do choose to use it, thank you so much. Like, it genuinely just means so much to me if you guys choose to support, and if you find this video useful, of course it's a way to show AYBL that there's value in me creating these videos. So yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so these are going to be launching on Thursday 10th of April at 7 PM BST. Oh, finally. Oh my gosh, I actually just spent about 5 minutes trying to find the brief for these. So if you don't know the Adapt collection, it's basically all about making your glutes look like the best that they have ever looked. It is launching in 5 different colours. So we've got spring mint, spring lilac, spring cobalt, spring pink and spring yellow. I have the spring pink, which is this gorgeous colour, also the spring lilac, and finally the spring cobalt. It's going to be coming in the seamless shorts, the crop top, the leggings, a zip-up jacket. I don't actually have the zip-up jacket because I don't get too much wear out of zip-ups. I love them, I think they look amazing, but it's just not something that I wear often because in the gym I'm too hot, to be honest. So those are the different pieces which it's launching in. So I have each of those apart from the zip-up jacket. Also, I've just noticed that the leggings don't come in the yellow, so you've just got the mint, the lilac, the cobalt and the pink, but everything else comes in all of the colours. So yeah, even the shorts come in the yellow, so I don't know why the leggings wouldn't. Who knows? So yeah, let me go through each of the pieces with you. These are, well, I guess this is a quick comparison of each of the colours so that you guys can see. Also, maybe this is a bit random for me to reference, but I have actually washed like all of them, so yeah, just for reference in terms of like the colours. Like, the colours do always seem to last really well, I find, with AYBL. Like the colours just hold, and when I've met the team and stuff before, like I've said that to them, how like the colours just last really well, like they don't seem to fade. That being said, I do think that the pink might have gone a little bit off in the wash, but that also being said, I just did it in like a mixed wash, so I haven't taken the most care out of that one, if I'm being completely honest with myself. But here are the 3 colours next to each other. So at the top here you have the cobalt, you've got the lilac, and you've also got the pink. So you can see that although the pink and the lilac are pretty similar, they are also quite different. So maybe it's one of those where you might not feel like you need both, but I don't know, I still feel like they're really different. So if you, like, for example, liked both of the colours, I think it still would be nice to get both, but they are pretty similar in case you're trying to like decide between them. So for reference, I wear a small in the leggings and the shorts and the crop tops, and in the sports bra I have a medium but wish I got a small. So yeah, basically across the collection I would recommend to size down. I'm typically a medium, but I feel like I am a small medium, so yeah, a lot of the time I will actually wear smalls, but I would say in particular for this collection to size down, especially if you're in between sizes. So let me get started. These are the shorts. So they are super flattering, very compressive waistband, but still got quite a nice stretching at the same time, so they sit really nicely. They don't suffocate you at all, and they're a bit more of like a mid-rise, so they're not a super high-waisted legging and short, they are more mid-rise. On the back you have the AYBL logo, which is printed on in the white, and these have a lot of contouring. So it has this kind of V which goes into the glutes, a super dramatic scrunch, if you guys can see that, and then basically under the glute you then have this compression which basically lifts your glutes. Like, it is crazy what these do. They are very flattering, and you can see how it literally goes around the side of the glutes as well. And then from the front you've just got your basic short. You have the AYBL here. They do have compression around the thigh. I would say when I first put them on, especially in the Cobalt actually, I was like, oh wow, like these feel tight. But that being said, through my workout I didn't feel them at all, so it might just be putting them on fresh and being a bit like, oh, that feels tight. But throughout my workout I had no problems at all. They barely rolled up. They do a little bit because they're not super tight. Like, I feel like almost with all shorts you have to expect them to roll up a little bit. So yeah, they roll up like a little, but really nothing crazy. And they are actually more of a bit of a biker length, so you can of course like you pull them up if you want, but they're a bit more of a biker length, which I actually think I prefer. So yeah, that is those, and I have them in the Cobalt as well, which, oh, these colours are just so stunning. And then in the leggings it's basically again the exact same principle as the shorts, but in a legging form. So instead of, obviously this compression doesn't go all the way down the leg, it does stop around the thigh, and then the actual fabric is super stretchy. So yeah, very nice. Love these. On the ankle, these are really nice, fit really nice. That's probably a bit of a weird thing to say about, but sometimes I've had leggings where I have quite a lot of gaping around the ankles. These fit really nice, got a nice little bit like of compression, but it feels very nice. And yeah, I think that's no front seam or anything like that. You can see the contouring underneath the glutes, and yes, that is what they look like. In terms of the crop tops as well, so I don't know, I felt like I didn't really have too many like little crop tops, so I fancied getting a few this time. I just thought they looked really good like with the shorts and legging like combo, so yeah, went a bit crazy and got some. But I feel like I do quite like to have my armpits out. Call me crazy, but obviously it's quite nice and breathable, especially with training upper body. Like because these are do have little sleeves, you obviously can't see like, you know, your delts and stuff moving as much, which is fine. But sometimes, you know, I want to see how the muscles working, even though I don't really see too much, if I'm being honest. But yeah, anyway, basically I picked some of these up, yeah, which are lovely. So the back has this massive hole, yeah it is, in the back, which is really nice. Again, the AYBL logo is just there. Short sleeves as well. They didn't feel too tight or anything around my arms, but I don't have particularly big biceps, if I'm being completely honest. And then this again just has this compression banding underneath the bust, and yeah, it actually kind of goes up here just under your underarm as well for a little bit more contouring, which is very nice. But a pretty simple design. There's not even a logo on the front, just on the back, and again the exact same but in the Cobalt. And then the sports bra, so the Adapt sports bra, this is a medium. Definitely need a small in this, it is too big, but this is a really cool design. So it has this kind of V which goes up into the bust, which is really flattering. the AYBL logo is here. It does have removable cups as well if you want to take those out, but the main feature with this bra is the straps are completely adjustable. So you of course have the glider to adjust the strap, but you can literally just take these off. So you just unclip it and then you can just adjust it how you want. So you could do the straps like straight over, you can have them crossed over like how I have. You can make them into a halter neck, you can do like a little one shoulder moment I've seen some people do. So yeah, there's lots of different ways that you can use it, which is, I feel like that's nice in a sports bra, because it's nice when you can almost turn it into multiple sports bras, because then just in terms of versatility of it, like you've just got a lot more options, which I think's a very, very nice little touch. So yes, that is an overview of all the pieces. Like I said, it is also coming in the spring mint and the yellow colour. If you do have any questions on any of the pieces, please do feel free to just pop them in the comments, or you can message me on Instagram. It's at the ANON10 girl. I am literally always more than happy to just help you, talk to you if you want any like advice about any pieces, literally anything. I love speaking to you, so please do message me. But yes, and do remember to use my discount code, which is ANON10. That will get you an extra 10% off your whole entire order. And of course, like I said, it supports me and it shows AYBL that you guys find these videos useful. So yeah, thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.